Here's a video here thanking Eastcoastprepper. You guys got some great videos. If you ever need to watch something good, especially on prepping, he's got other things than that, but most of his stuff's prepping for the future. And Eastcoastprepper, man, thank you very much for the tip you gave on checking out your local garage sales. Picked up this compound miter chop saw that I put a metal cutting blade on, and I'm using this to cut my steel. People say it's unsafe and this and that, blah blah blah. It works excellent. So let's just show you it works here. Paid $40 for that bad boy. Comes with the gates on it. 2 of them there. 2 extra wood cutting wheels. Got these knives here. Cutco. Cutco's always good. I don't like them that much, but these little steak type of cutting knives work great. Paid $1 for that, I think. Old school Forge Craft carbon knife. I guess a lot of our folks used to have these knives back in the day, and I guess this was a knife to get, you know, with a hickory handle on it. These things are great, and this thing actually has a nice edge. It looks a little beat up, but the edge is flawless. There's not even a single divot in the blade, just a little bit of rust here and there. So I'll clean that up, try not to damage it. And I got this R.H. Forstner butcher's knife, really big sucker. It says Victorinox stainless, made in Switzerland, so I figured it couldn't go wrong. It's got a rosewood or whatever cherry wood handle on it, and it's not stained. The actual wood is that color. I just got to redo the handle here on it. It had some screws and duct tape all over it. Anyway, I guess that retails. I went online. That retails for about $200. These other knives, if you can find these aren't very expensive, but I mean they're really great bushcraft style knives. So just on that alone, I made a killing, but I got $40 for the saw with the blades and everything. And then I paid a couple bucks, $1 each, I think, for these, and $2 for the big one there. That retails pretty high. I got a router table I needed for a while. Got that for $5. Got these 2 industrial clamps here. You know, and the thing is like, you know, 3 feet long or something. It's got these wheels here that tighten it up. Spins flawlessly, works great. And these are name brand too. These aren't the Harbor Freight ones. I saw the orange color, figured they were Harbor Freight. And Jorgensen's 70s, number 7024. I guess these are pretty old school right here, and they fetch a pretty penny. Paid $3 a piece for these clamps, and they're really well constructed. Also, probably the best deal I got is hardware. I use a lot of hardware here, building transmissions, motors, go-karts, whatever. It's always good to have some good grade 8 bolts. These are 2.5 inches by 3/8 threads, coarse thread bolts, zinc coated, grade 8. In the store they run about 75 cents up to $1 a piece, and I think all these are $675 per bin, and I paid $5 a box here. So for $20 I got all that, and just that right there is probably worth about $700 per box. So I made a killing on that deal. And the last thing I got here, which I really need, this is actually a tilting arbor saw table, and it's got your motor there and your blade that comes up from the floor just like a table saw, and your fence, and it has gates, but they didn't come with it. Anyway, this motor here spins and your table saw runs like a regular table saw, but the guy pulled it out because it's an arbor blade, so you can put any kind of 4.5 inch wheel, any kind of cutting wheel that has an arbor, you know, 5/8 inch circle in the center, and he converted it to a sanding table. Also on his motor he put these little attachments. Put a grinding wheel, grinding stone, and a wire wheel on it. So this one here, show you, turn this one on. And sander. Pretty neat. You don't really see things like this around anymore. It's got a solid steel table, so the thing weighs a ton. Anyway, I've been looking for a decent tool like this to replace my little 6-inch bench grinder. I got back here. I'm just going to turn that into a buffing station, and then I was actually looking for the table. I was looking about paying about $40 for the table. I ended up getting this whole rig here for $40 with the directions, the instruction booklet. So Eastcoastprepper, man, I gotta thank you. I made a killing, man. $40 on this. I know if I wanted to get my money back, but I was looking at spending a lot more. $40 on the Delta chop saw. That is killer right there, because I've been looking those up online. These old school knives, it's kind of a bonus, but didn't pay hardly anything for those. $1 or $2. Router table, $5. Awesome clamps and the hardware. I think last week we were building the go-kart, needed some grade 8 bolts. I think I paid about, oh, what was it? I think I got 8 of them, whatever. 8 of these, I think. And they cost me about $12. So thanks for the tip. If you guys are out there listening to this, watching this, check out East Coast Prepper, man. That guy's got great videos, and I just want to thank you, brother.